Alpha male. The alpha male is positioned at the top of the social hierarchy, a natural-born leader. He has strong decision-making skills and doesn't hesitate to steer those around him. His high self-confidence is reflected in his actions. He speaks his mind openly and doesn't seek validation. He's not afraid to take risks and embraces challenges. In times of crisis, he takes control because he can remain calm under pressure. Physically, he has a commanding presence, squared shoulders, purposeful steps, and direct eye contact. But his true power comes from his mindset. He thinks strategically, stays focused on his goals, and maintains discipline. He knows his path and follows it with determination. In social settings, he's a dominant figure. People listen to him, and he leaves a lasting impression. In relationships, he takes the lead. He shows interest clearly, but never becomes dependent. He's at peace with his own value and doesn't change according to others' behavior. The alpha male naturally builds status and influence. His success, decisiveness, and behavior draw attention. His leadership is not forced. It comes from within. Beta male. The beta male occupies the second ring of the social structure. He doesn't seek leadership and prefers to stay within a safe, stable zone. Rather than taking risks, he focuses on maintaining consistency. As a result, he can be hesitant when making decisions and is often comfortable being guided by others. He communicates politely and seeks harmony. He avoids conflict and tends to act in ways that please others. These traits often earn him the nice guy label, but this demeanor can sometimes be seen as a lack of authority or indecisiveness. The beta male relies more on external approval. His self-confidence is shaped by others' feedback rather than inner conviction. In relationships, he often takes a back seat. Though emotionally expressive, he rarely takes the lead. Over time, this can land him in the friend zone or make him seem less attractive. He is loyal, responsible, and generally dependable. However, his tendency to put his own desires last may lead to long-term dissatisfaction. Repressed emotions can eventually manifest as passive-aggressive behavior or confidence issues. The beta male is a supporting figure in the social system. But unless he defines his own boundaries, he risks fading into the shadows of others. Sigma male. The sigma male stands outside the social hierarchy yet remains at the center of power. Unlike the alpha, he's not dominant, and unlike the beta, he's not accommodating. He sets his own rules and doesn't stray from them. Independence is his core value. He operates not according to society's expectations, but by his own principles. He is quiet, but not weak. He doesn't seek attention, yet his presence is noticed. His confidence stems from inner strength, not external displays. He prefers depth over superficiality and makes thoughtful, strategic decisions. He takes only what he needs, nothing more. Sigma males are distant in social settings. They're not interested in popularity or leadership, yet their mysterious charisma often draws others in. They are selective in relationships, valuing meaningful connections over crowds. In romantic relationships, he maintains balance. He is neither submissive nor controlling. He doesn't dominate or cling, yet leaves a lasting impact with his presence. He avoids dependency, as he doesn't tolerate interference in his life. The sigma male rejects roles imposed by society. He doesn't seek to be at the top or fear being at the bottom. He's the man who walks his own path, outside the system. Gamma male. The gamma male is intelligent, emotional, and deeply introspective. He is often intellectually rich, creative, and imaginative. Yet these qualities place him in a conflicted position within the social structure. He sees himself as unique, but often feels misunderstood. He rejects the power dynamics imposed by society. He questions the alpha's dominance and the sigma's silence, instead choosing to center his life around his inner world. However, this path can sometimes lead to internal conflict and feelings of alienation. Gamma males crave emotional depth in relationships and aren't satisfied with superficial bonds. Yet this desire for intensity can lead to idealizing others and romanticizing connections, setting the stage for disappointment. They have strong self-awareness, but this can also push them into overthinking and introversion. They want to be part of social life, but often struggle to know how to act, which may cause them to stay in the background or force themselves into the spotlight. The Gamma male has great potential thanks to his intellect and emotional depth, but to unlock it, he needs to find inner balance and learn to form healthy connections rather than isolating himself from the world. Delta male. The Delta male represents the ordinary man, yet one who is often lost in that very ordinariness. He's neither dominant nor silent, just adaptive. He isn't in the spotlight, but he's always there in the background. He typically leads an average life without aiming for leadership, attention, or rebellion against the system. Over time, his character is shaped by disappointment. He may have been more idealistic or active in youth, but rejection, failure, and exclusion have made him withdraw. Now he only seeks peace, avoids risks, and shies away from struggle. Although he has dreams, he suppresses them, believing it's too late to pursue them. In relationships, he can be distant. He often keeps his feelings inside rather than expressing them openly. While not shy, he often lacks passion. He is safe, but rarely exciting. He's usually unaware of his own value. His desire for self-improvement is weak because he doubts that change will bring any benefit. This leads to stagnation, yet he remains loyal, hardworking, and consistent. He takes responsibility and fulfills his duties. The Delta male is one of the system's invisible building blocks. He's present in life, but leaves little trace. To truly see him, one must look beneath the surface, because the mark he leaves is often faint and silent. Omega male. The Omega male exists at the bottom of the social structure, but usually not by choice. More often, he's been pushed there by rejection and exclusion. He's not just outside the system, he's been expelled from it. As a result, he lives a life of emotional and social isolation. His expectations from life are low. His desire to express himself is suppressed, and his will to fight has weakened. He might be intellectual or completely disconnected from life, but what defines him is his difficulty in adapting to his environment. He often lacks social skills and may have faced failure in relationships. Omega males are usually introverted. They live in their own world and appear indifferent to the outside. This indifference is a defense mechanism, a wall built to cope with feelings of rejection and failure. In relationships, they're either extremely passive or totally uninterested. This often leads to prolonged loneliness. They're either indifferent to or feel inadequate in areas like success, status, or physical attractiveness, which society values. Over time, this results in a loss of confidence, further isolation, and emotional withdrawal. The Omega male is someone who has been pushed outside the system and has become stuck there. He has the power to rebuild himself, but he often lacks the motivation or belief to do so. He exists in life, but remains invisible. Every man walks his own path. What matters is understanding who you are and discovering your own strength. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. Goodbye.